Now, when it comes to grief and loss, there's this common misconception among grieving individuals or family and friends that you should get over it within a certain amount of time. I was talking to someone who had lost an adult child, and this was well over 5 years ago, and he said, I can't get over it. And he became very visibly upset. And I said, you're never, ever going to get over it. A softer phrase could be surrender and let it be. It's too harsh to say get over it, since you never get over losing someone, especially if that someone is a child. And when you hear the phrase get over it, the person who's grieving fears that they may somehow forget about the person who's passed on. That person's no longer physically here, physically with them, and the only thing they have left to hold on to is a memory, or maybe even just a small memento of that person. Grief is the final link they have. If they don't have anyone else to talk to about their feelings, especially if it's been like that lifespan of more than 5 years, their family or friends may believe that enough time's passed and that it's time to move on. But they don't get it. How could anyone possibly understand if they've never lost a child, if they've never lost a spouse? And I know some people worry about the grieving person, thinking they might be stuck or going into depression, and I get that. But if they've never walked in those same shoes, they truly can't understand what it's like to be there and to be truly and deeply missing that person. Telling somebody to get over it, it's insensitive. It's very dismissive. If you're a grieving parent, you must discover a new connection, a new way to remain connected to that child. And I don't care if that child was a miscarriage, a stillborn, a toddler, or it doesn't matter. They could even be an adult child. All they have beyond the keepsakes are their memories. And they could be dealing with guilt, anger, abandonment, shame, which makes it really hard to remember the good times. And this will continue to be a challenge until they can process those emotions. But the problem is they may not have a safe space to literally unpack all those feelings, especially if they've pushed them down for years and years. It doesn't feel safe to discuss their feelings with anyone, especially if there's this notion that there's this expiration date for grieving. They tend to feel this sense of shame if they're still sad beyond that date. And this keeps them stuck and unable to move forward. Others don't understand it unless they too have lost a child or a spouse, a partner. I want to normalize grieving because you know what? Healthy grieving is a form of self-care. You're grieving what you've lost, and your grief will never, ever go away. Your grief will soften with time, and that happens sooner when you can accept what is, what's happened, and purge any emotions that are holding you hostage, such as guilt and resentment, abandonment, anything else that you feel like is weighing you down. So just remember, be kind to yourself. And remember, you're never, ever alone. Find that safe space to be able to heal. Thanks again for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you have found this useful. Thank you.